Okay, we should be live. Sitting here looking at a loth, looking at a book, looking at his damn book. But I did notice that we have a little thing there that we can grab, which is some primal wind. That's what I have after chili. But either way, we've got to start dealing with things around this map, which shouldn't be too much of a problem. I don't know, like, what kind of puzzles it's going to have available for it. Oh, look, it's the soul that is sitting outside the freaking whatchamacallit, I think.
You followed me into the abyss? Have you so little respect for the scant years your fragile form affords you? I know not why the short-sightedness of Kith continues to surprise me. Leave while the option remains, lest you be bound here as I am.
According to Rimgrand, you died when you entered this place.
The words of your dead oxen god concern me not.
And what are you?
Circumstance does not afford me time to address ridiculous queries.
You're not trapped here, you just attacked Harbinger's
A
watch.
simple understanding of a complex situation.
Then help me understand.
No, I bear responsibility for neither your enlightenment nor your sophistication. Descend into the void or do not. I care neither way, but know that within its depths do all things encounter their endings.
Mainly, I don't want to fight it right now, but I will eventually need to. In the silence that follows the dragon's descent, a faint twinge plays along the hair of your arms. After a moment, you realize that sensation stems from your soul, a faint echo of essence across your watcher senses. The fractured pieces of the armored spirit you saw rush into battle reach out to you, beckoning. Wandering souls. Faintly pulsing strands of soul essence collect here, as if seeking one another's comfort. As you reach out to it with your spirit, the broken soul seems to peer back at you. The damned dragon hisses at you as you drive the mace upwards into the bottom of its jaw. It attempts to bat you away from the but you duck beneath its claws. You jam the edge of your shield into the side of its neck. You will not again allow it passage into the world of the living. With an abrupt shock of pain, the vision ends. The strands of the sundered soul cling to you like cobwebs. I think we're looking for all the soul pieces. It's an honor, your mother told you. The altar of decline rarely sends for a Gandhur among the clans, but your heart breaks as the land recedes behind the ship. You never noticed it before, such warmth for your frigid home, but it is stark as day in its absence. You sail north, the captain tells you, keeping well to the west of Nastak and its stout defenders. The journey will take weeks, but it'll be quicker, he says as he points towards the oars, if you're rowing with the rest of us. Okay, so we've got a few points to actually gather around here. Reindeer, or Olrun's daughter, dragged again before the elders for wandering. Never leave the clan without another, they'd said before. You say again, each time drumming it into her shoulders with a staff of etched bone. The land is one of endings, the beast of winter's dread Demesne? I'm not sure how to pronounce that word. Where he lurks beneath the snow, above the stars, and within red fangs and claws, and never walk alone. The girl will not learn, Bjarnlifil tells them, for her ears are frozen shut. She wants to hit him, but he's a bare-blooded adult grown. And she but a gawkish child of fish and berries. He's not worth another drumming. The elder silences him. She will learn, the wizened elf answers, or she will die. Regardless, she belongs to Rimgrand, and not you. Rimgrand. Or soul shit. We need all the soul stuff, and that... I'm not sure which way is our intended route. Because there's multiple paths through this, and it's different ways to get these different treasures, if I remember correctly. And yes, the water there is flowing backwards. I guess we go there first. I don't... Oh, there's the other path. But yeah, I think each of these teleports us somewhere. You have to ignore the screaming. Shut it out and focus. The dragon's at the doors. You've but moments before it's breached them, before it's reached the Vidmod. To sup on Rimgard's great gateway as it has so many of your kin. You will not allow it. In your prayers you open the way to Rimgrand, forging a road of your soul. From here through the beyond and into the very depths of the white void. He accepts. The Vidmod opens. Winter claims all. A soul stands before you, shimmering and indistinct, her sharp elven features fading to nothing at the edges of extremities. You recognize her form as that of the armored corpse standing frozen in the temple beyond the portal.
Trespass.
The soul's voice seems to come from everywhere at once, from her, from the air around you, and from within your own mind. Its chill runs down the sides of your neck, a numbness descending from your ears to your shoulders. Votnir gapes at the phantasm and retreats a step towards the portal. I have an invitation.
Yes, you and all others. Yet you arrived before the appointed hour, or perhaps after. You retain yourself, your life, your awareness, your soul. How?
Rimgrand gave me this. Her eyes widen as she reaches towards the orb. She stops short, fingers twitching. Before letting her hand drop to her side, her attention falls to the frozen ground.
Your presence suggests that Rimagund has chosen a new guardian to put the worm to the blade, to succeed where I have failed.
Who are you anyway?
I was Reinhider of the Gunthor. Now I'm merely the shade you see before you.
When was that exactly?
Long ago. I know not how you reckon such things.
Oh, we're a little bit short on that. Armor like yours hasn't been made for centuries.
Centuries? Yes. It may have been centuries ago.
Why do you address me in Adiran, then?
I do not.
But she's speaking Orthioma. She's speaking Orthioma, isn't she?
I speak the tongue of my people. If you perceive it as your own, it is because of this place.
You tried to kill that monster. Do you know what it is?
Before it came here, it was a dragon. What it has become since, exactly, I cannot say. It fell upon our temple wielding powerful wizardry. I believed that it desired the temple itself, or our accumulated lore.
Instead, it wanted immortality. I need to... There we go.
I was mistaken.
What was it after?
Rimagund gifted our people with a veet mouth that we might yield to him. Those objects or individuals that persisted beyond their value to the clans. In its desire to dominate the Deadfire, the worm sought to retrieve one or more of the sacrificed relics. Even if it claimed the relics, the fool cannot return. Its body long since destroyed. Still, its soul persists against the power of this place, and I would see it ended.
Seemed pretty solid when I fought it outside the temple.
Was but a shadow forged of spirit stuff, by the worm's own will.
You claim that the dragon manifested itself from ambient essence?
As if it's a chanted who can chant up itself.
I need to find that dragon.
Then you must seek it below. Know that the white void will consume you, however. A few souls here cling tenaciously to coherence. Some for as long as centuries. Seek them, if you would know the secrets of their longevity. This place decomposes spirits, Do not be surprised if the souls require repair before rendering you aid. I imagine, though, that the Beast of Winter would prefer you hasten their dissolution.
I'll help if I can.
In its desperate thrashing, the worm has scattered this ruined realm. You may find your way stymied as you proceed. Do not fear to forge the path you seek.
We need to find all the other souls. And I think they are now open. Gaze into its depths. Thick stone rises, thronged by soldiers awash in the rosy shades of dawn. Step into the portal. I forget whether this is puzzles or just challenges. I think it's probably a bit of both.
This architecture, it appears to be of the Eastern Reach. And the blood, it's too still.
Okay, so we'll eventually need to do something with the light. Go into the light! I don't think we get loot from these things. I think we get the traps, though. We can get the Caltrips trap. Behind the Deerwoodian defenses, Red Sarens lay down their lives to open the way for Wadewind's crossing. Got unstable soul essence and corrosive soul essence. Half the soldier's face is missing.
Is that? No. It can't be. Can it? Evandur Bridge. This is where the Saints' War ended. Godhammer went off, blasted this place to pieces. And everyone in it. Say, how reliable are these memories anyway? Is this how it actually looked, or just what someone remembers of it?
I'm not sure.
Huh. Well, it sure looks convincing enough. Thought this bridge was supposed to be older, though.
Shooting it shut. The door is wedged shut. We have all of these explosives around here. Fire missiles coming in on the people. It's gonna be bad. There's Widewind. Triumphant battle cries frozen on their lips, their spittle suspended in the air. Cannot pickpocket while being observed. I forget what I'm supposed to do here. Can you guys get out of the sensor range there? Yeah, I could probably, I think, go there and not be perceived. Yeah. I think we can go around this. Have more loot. That is definitely an entity right there. The figure at the head of the Red Saren army seems at odds with his surroundings, more like he's delivering a sermon than leading a bloodthirsty vanguard. His body overflows with soul essence more than any mortal could hope to contain.
Black Sun. That's Widewin.
Though he has the protection of an army rallying around him, his features are creased with apprehension. You haven't spotted a priest by the name of Durance, have you?
I'm sure he would have heard about it if Durance were actually here at the time. No, building the bomb and gloating about it from a safe distance? Yeah, that's more like him.
Is that... you okay, Eater?
It's not something you see every day. Not even on your worst day. I suppose for the dozen, this was their worst day. And I always figured the stories were exaggerations. Head alight and all that. You know, people always make things sound worse than they were, but... And this looks about bad enough.
Is that really you, Widewin? Reach out to the soul. The response is immediate. A dim echo of a soul essence clings to Widewin lurches towards you like a drowning man taking his first lungful of air.
Where am I? And who are you?
Conflicting emotions radiate from his soul like a mind waking from a deep and restless sleep. Oh, you are on Baldur Bridge, right before the God Hammer went off.
The what hammer?
Beneath his confusion, you detect a spark of recognition, but it's very faint. He knows this word, but he may not remember what he knows
Oh
it.
no, I feel something. It's coming on like a sneeze, but bigger. This is all happening again, isn't it?
This would be a very bad time for history to repeat itself.
Keep your distance. It's coming. The cycle's turning back on itself.
His soul strains to avoid it, but you feel the pull of an unseen force tearing at him, shredding this moment of clarity, and then he's gone.
Did they expect a dozen to stand against the dawn?
Widewin stares down at what remains of the Derwoodian defenders, the last men and women holding the line against him. Yothis?
Resist and the light will extinguish you. Surrender and be redeemed by the coming of the day.
You feel Waden summoning his will to attack. He knows how this will end, not because he has reenacted it countless times before, but because it could end no other way. Before he can launch his attack, a tremor runs through the bridge. He rises from the stones and bellows into an inferno. Boom. Moment after. And there's Widewin. Torn apart by the force of the bomb, Widewin is a tableau of agony. Any divine aspect has fled, leaving him nothing more than a mortal in great pain.
Must have been a pretty bad way for Widewin to wake up.
Something catches the light, an engraved circular trinket hanging around his neck by a thin cord. Take the trinket. Cord won't disentangle from his neck, but you manage to slip the trinket free. It's a personal sundial. Properly adjusted, it can beam a small ray of light on the time of day. As your hand closes around it, the spirits of the realm stir in agitation. Roused by your interference, the spirits converge on your position in wordless fury. Looky here! It's burning souls! Ouch. Aren't you guys jerks? Aloth, go ahead and handle all of that. Eldrin. Go ahead and get up here and stop him. Oh, what are you casting, you jerk? I said no. Oh, okay. So he's actually staying relatively close. We'll still get those two. Or just that one. Yeah, I need to just center it on a target and let it go like that. Unfortunately, we did not. So it's going to do a little bit of damage, but not a lot of good. As far as Vatnir goes, let us go with a nice little ice pillar. Oh, he has a heal. Nice. Not that it's going to do too much. I will trust that to not kill everybody. Okay, Yidwin, I'm going to keep you on him. Just you handle this archer, we'll handle the other one down there. And then we just all converge on what's left. The clerics could potentially be a problem, but I don't think they actually have enough healing to act on it. He hit himself with it. Cute. Oh, lovely. And being frightened, you can't really do anything else, so axe time. He is immune to something, and I don't know what it is. I think it might be fire damage, which would be a fairly obvious thing in all of this. I only got one of them. So we got Marius, of all things. Cute. Let's go for bounding. Did it actually kill him? Yeah, it killed him because he moved. Dumbass. Yeah, Yidwin killed them, and I think, yeah, it was after they moved, which is ridiculous. Yeah, we should be able to just rip the rest of them to pieces. I don't think there's anything else that can really stop us here. So beams, these are probably not going to... Yeah, they're immune to fire. Just straight up immune to fire. Damn. Yeah. I think you come after the fighter here. Sorry if that was like a weird noise. That was me stretching and I just realized it made a squeak noise. Of course, so did the dog. What in the heck am I getting pinged for? Okay, sorry. I was getting pinged and I wasn't sure what it was. Let's see. Ooh. Okay, sorry. I just was reading that real quick. Okay. Something warm shines from the distant obscurity of the beyond. It isn't a fire or a star, but light itself, seemingly disconnected from any source. You know this isn't your first time seeing it. No sooner does it roll its attention towards you than you feel the heat of a familiar piercing gaze. Iethys. Surveying the destruction you wrought.
Yes. Always. That man, Widewin. He had a life that I invaded, delivered to death, and consigned to this culvert. I left him to stand and accept punishment in my stead. I am the piece of the dawn stars that lingered, delayed by grief.
The rest of Aethys could use a conscience like you.
Perhaps Widewind's fractured mind is holding this bridge, suspended in time. He's no good to anyone until he understands what he forgot.
If he gets his memories back, then he can help me. Actually, no, we're going to do the Wadewind Sundial. Energies around the bridge seem to be drawn to
A
this.
fitting token for Widewind. As a holy man, he was a keeper of the light. As a farmer, he was indebted to cycles. Watcher, I implore you for Widewind's sake, to stand in my light and read the sundial. You can follow the timeline of the bomb and find Widewind in the explosion.
I can use this to manipulate time. How far can I go?
There are limitations. You can perceive nothing beyond what the souls of this place experienced themselves. That is the burden of memory.
I'm gathering souls to deal with a dragon, but everything in this realm seems either trapped, broken, or mad.
You can count Widewind among the broken and trapped. Madness is not created here. Everything you see is a product of what Kith bring with them when they die. Twisted, as if in a dream.
Okay, I'll do this.
Widewind is scattered across the bridge in 3 parts. But I sense a 4th nearby as well. A piece that detonated with the bomb. Find him in the Godhammer. Make him whole again.
Nah, we don't need to make him whole. Oh, and there's a key. So here we start. Hold the sundial up. Turn it towards the dawn. This is our tool for adjusting the world. And I forget what order we're supposed to do it in.
That would have been terribly handy in my academy days.
I'll get us out of here if I can.
You're a saint to even consider it. Whatever happened here scattered me in body and mind. I can't leave while I'm shattered. Gather enough of the pieces and maybe I'll be strong enough to be some help.
Let's see. We're looking for the pieces of Widewind. Okay. Memory of a Mogranite incantation. This text of collected incantations is blurry to the point of illegibility. I can speak. As if the white void had stripped the ink of any meaning. It might still mean something to one of the denizens of Rimmergrand's realm. A short passage scribbled in the margins stands out with clarity. Let the scholars bicker over how we crammed a piece of Wadewin's soul into the bomb. A little uncertainty never hurt anyone. I only care that the damn thing goes off on time. Is that so? I think we can destroy those. So I think we start here. Towards noon. So we have dawn, noon, and dusk as the 3 time periods. We start in dawn, and that's where we turn it in. We need to find the other parts in noon and dusk. And I think noon is when it's ablaze and dusk is afterwards. Oh, this is the moment of. And we've got a lot of encounters. Yidwin. Yeah, that didn't do near as much as I had hoped. I was hoping it would actually set the gunpowder barrels ablaze, but we just got shambling souls gathering up. We'll do plenty of damage to them. Our tank is in front, so they're just going to gather up right there, and we're just going to drop probably a minute meteor swarm thingy or whatever we were doing with them before, and just have it focused in on them. Yeah, you guys can't really do too much else. Aloth, go ahead and move back. Time. Do a shit ton of damage. Can I get that barrel? Marius, just stay put. Eater. I think we want you to come down. But you are going to do this number. Get on this guy. And Votnir, just in case this isn't enough to kill them, drop that out as well. I keep seeing the dog there and thinking it's something important. Well, that was more than enough to get rid of them. Thought that was going to be a little bit tougher. Marius, don't move forward yet because you're going to have the pillar coming in. Still, this might be enough. Goodbye, you fiends. Oh, and the traps are still there. So these are each distinct areas. So we're going to get trap disarms on all of them. We're going to get loot on all of them. Got you. The Soul Collector. About half of its life. I hate that it cuts it off in the middle of casting, though. Because, unfortunately, that means that we don't get the full attack off. So, maybe leading in with that one is not the best of ideas. Maybe I should go with the Rake, I think. There's the explosion. Wow, thank you for not having a good, like, aim line there. Okay, Burning Archer, Soul Collector, and Warden. I think the Warden of Decay is the more important target. I don't think we can kill it in one turn. Well, that's not what I was intending to do, but thanks, game. Skill-wise, think we disintegrate? Or boil their flesh, sorry. Oh, nope, that does nothing to the big guy up top. Yeah, still not a lot of damage. There, I think. Our Soul Collector comes out of stun. Warden of Decay is trying to do stuff to us, but is missing, which is a good thing. Because if I remember correctly, that does a decent amount of damage. Surprised it didn't hit the Warden of Decay. But we could probably just take you out. That way we don't have to worry about the extra attack coming in. And bouncies. I was expecting that to actually penetrate up there. I don't know why, but still fine that it didn't. Stab? Okay. So anyway, pretty chill day as far as this one goes. We're probably going to just be getting through with this today because I have some other stuff I need to get done. But should be good for the most part, though. Is this... I don't think either of them are vessels. We're doing decent damage, so that it has a shit ton of life. Oh, there's its life back up. Crap. It did absorb essence for 66 slashing damage. Cute. And he is distracted and flanked. I think we got rid of frightened at least. And the two of them should be able to take out the Warden of Decay, especially since it's technically prone. Technically. I'm not sure how prone it is because it's a floating black hole, but... And are you going to absorb? No, it doesn't heal. I don't remember what all has healing abilities in this game or not. Here comes the Pillar of Faith. Aw, it missed. The knockdown misses. The damage actually went through. Okay, so you try to knock him down. And it just a graze. The question is he going to survive to get one more turn? In which case, he could very likely just heal. Because he has an absorb skill. The other ones here did not. Go for... We have access to Death Ring. You know what? Why not? Try to stun him again. That way he doesn't get another turn. And he's immune to corrosion. Probably should have looked at that. He's immune to corrode damage. It's actually a really uncommon resistance. Corrode damage is almost on par with like force damage in D&D. Okay, as far as this path goes, still the trap up here. Really is kind of interesting what all is going on here. And there's a beam of light going down there somewhere. But I'm not sure how we get down there. I think that might be the dusk one. Because you have the before, the after, and the during. The explosion of the Godhammer bomb has ripped Waidwin's body in half. Happened so quickly that his face has yet to lose the crease of concern he wore a moment ago. Is that so? In his broken state, he is beyond any help. So dusk is where we started, if I remember correctly. It's going to take me a little bit to figure out what order it wants me to do these in. Yeah, this. We have the path down this way. One dozen stood. It's heavy armor. It's got the 55% initiative penalty, which kind of sucks. Don't let him through. Blackened and scored, this heavy plate bears the mark of Master Metalworker of New Dunrid. Okay. It probably has. Yeah, Echo of the Godhammer, stall for time. I will take all that. And I will take this, and I will look at your soul. You dangle your legs over the edge of a dock. In the gloom of pre-dawn, the lake resembled a mirror of polished obsidian. Your father approached with a pair of fishing rods. Back then, he stood as tall as a mountain. He expected you to be ready in the boat by now. What had you so distracted? Father, would the morning still come if Aethys wasn't here to draw it over the horizon? He sighed. A foolish question. Aethys is the dawn. His absence would be the death of all light. You're old enough for this to be obvious. What is truly on your mind? Your father knows you well enough to see through this obvious deflection. We till the soil and we plant the seeds, but give thanks only to Aethys for the harvest. Wouldn't life go on without the gods? No, well, I think Waidwin would be one. We till the soil and we plant the seeds. Before you could finish the thought, the fishing rods clattered to the ground, and your father struck you hard enough that you pitched forward into the lake. Your mouth opened with a cry that was quickly stifled by the cold water. In other words, shut the hell up, kid, or I'm gonna beat some sense into you. Which is a wrong way to raise a kid, but still. He bellowed that the gods deserved gratitude, not an ignorant child's faithless doubt. You should thank Aethys for the harvest and the dawn. Pride will only make you complacent. You were never a strong swimmer. By the time you desperately clawed your way back to the surface, your father had rowed out into the middle of the lake to be alone. You knew better than to call out to him and interrupt his fishing. You sat on the shore and awaited his return. When the dawn crested the horizon, you didn't give thanks for the warmth it brought. You wanted to remember the cold.
What did you see in there anyway?
Waidwin and his father had some turbulent disagreements over faith.
Strange thing to think of right before you get blown to pieces, don't you think?
Not really. Oddly enough. So we need to check out dusk on the other end as well. Let's go towards the dawn. Because it's easier to traverse dawn. Trying to think where else the little light rays were. There aren't a ton of them. But if I remember correctly, whenever I tested this part back in the day when it was real time, I seem to remember this taking a while because there's light rays down there as well. But I don't know if we have, like, a way down. Oh, there's something there. What are those? More booms. I will probably never use. Okay, so we want to do this part at dusk. We wanted to basically be in every zone at a different time. So maybe I should have stuck around one of the light things done dawn, not dusk, noon. I discovered something. I don't know where it was. And we'd already looted him once. And these are immune to the fire, unfortunately. Which means that going in here is only a risk to me. Bloop. And yeah, we are going to be able to go this way. I'm just wondering what he spotted. Yeah, I'm pressing tab quickly to see if I can get it to flash in a way that I notice, but I'm not seeing anything. And I wish I could click on something there, apparently. Yeah, it's not showing anything. Oh, wait. No, that's just a weird shadow. They spotted something there. I don't see anything. That's going to happen after everybody's turns, so I might as well do it there. Or should I do it here because it's going to hit? I think I should do it here. Then you... I think these guys are stunnable. He's not. He is. The cleric is. The other ones are not. That's fine. We should be able to handle this. I know there's a trap there. It is not the end of the world. Okay, so he's in the circle. You might be in the circle as well. I think we might be getting more value out of it than originally intended. Yeah, we should be. And this does raw damage, I believe. Now, slashing and corrode, which is both are fine. Oh no, Eater's being attacked. Burning Archer, you are just trying to kill yourself, aren't you? He's just doing the weird little, like, pee-pee dance over there. Getting himself hurt. Boil their flesh. Ooh, lordy! Okay, that was not necessarily the wisest of ideas. We ended up nuking ourselves. Okay, disarm the trap. Loot all the crap. Seriously, what were we seeing up here? I think, and this is just a hunch, that it spotted the chest that's supposed to be up here from the original, like the noon and the dawn one, and is alerting us to it even though it's not technically there on this map. That is my guess. Clings to life now. Forgotten. Your father reached up from the sickbed and clutched your wrist, his fingers gnarled and skeletal. You'd seen enough of this condition spreading through the colony to know he wouldn't last long. It was a miracle he hung on this long. His breathing was labored, his voice ragged, but his gaze was alert and full of questions only you could answer. I'll see to the farm after you're gone and make sure it stays in the family. He shook his head and maintained his grip. His lips and nose were stained by Vorlus cough, a plague that colored the phlegm purple. To you, it resembled an actor's smeared face paint. He asked in a ragged whisper if you kept to your faith. I still thank Aethys for the harvest and the dawn, just as you taught me. Satisfied, he nodded, but then his grip tightened as another fit of coughing crumpled him into a ball. And I'll thank him for the dusk as it settles over you, Father. The coughing fit rattled to a halt as your father regarded you in wide-eyed shock. Left me alone to face a cold dawn. Now you can give thanks to the fading of your light, and you can do it alone. Ooh. How cold do we want to be to the abusive father? I'm gonna go with... We're gonna go really cold. We're gonna pry his hand away. You moved away from the sickbed that was soon to be a deathbed, closing the door quietly behind you, then stepped out on the porch to savor the last rays of the day.
What did you see in there anyway?
Weidwin never forgave his father.
That's a hard thing to carry all this way.
Now, here's the part I remember being a problem. I don't know how to get over there. And I think it was something stupid like there's a ladder that I'm missing. Or something that is walkable that I am just not seeing. I want to say it is noon. Yes, I do remember parts of this. Because I remember this being annoying. I remember this being why I didn't cover this area. I don't think we have to keep refighting things if that's... Oh, speaking of the devil. Yeah, this one just goes to wooden platforms. Because I think there's a way for us to get down to there. Tell you what, let's go to the Dawn. Because it's probably going to say you don't have enough of his soul. If I had to take a wild guess at it. And yes, I am a bit on the tired side. It's okay. It's not the end of the world. Restore a fragment of his soul.
The water, so cold. This day I believe Father wanted me to drown. If my faith was untrue, then I wasn't worthy to be his son.
Restore another
We could
fragment.
have parted on better terms, Father. But your son has too much of you in him. See, Father? I can be as vindictive as you. You're a saint to you. Whatever happened here scattered me in body and mind. Gather enough of the pieces.
Yeah, we're missing one piece. I don't know where that one piece is. This is the... I'm positive it's not up there. Let's go towards noon. Nope, we've already done noon here. I suppose I could look it up. It would be the noon one that we're missing. Thing is, I don't know how to get down there. Because this goes up to there. Not down. Okay. Apparently not the only one, considering that that is like the top search Wadewynn's soul locations. Oh god, I don't care about all the other pop-ups you want on there. Okay, one of the more interesting to do. After taking in the splendor of the area, you interact with Wadewynn. Next task is to collect the fragments of Wadewynn's buoying his realm and let him become one together. You need to pass through each moment of detonation and collect 4 pieces of him. First is located atop the Tower of the West, access from the entrance in front of the soldiers dying to sunbeams. The next needs to... Okay, so I think we already got that one. The next needs to be collected by traveling to the different moments. There are 3, each access with a sundial. Dawn, but we already got the Evandour key. Use the portal to transport you under the bridge. Where is the portal is the question. Hate that this has so many loading screens. Oh, that portal. You know, the portal that's usually an exit to this place. Instead is a portal around this place. Okay, so it's not there. This one should be... We'll go to noon first, and then we'll go to dawn through this light beam. It gives us the option to go to all of them, so might as well do it. What did I notice? We got the wandering soul right here. You drew your sickle across a thin patch of Vorlis. The harvest would be a poor one, but at least that was a shared burden that no one in Red Sarah suffered alone. You could use some rain to go with the sunlight, Yothis. My thanks in advance. As usual, there was no reply. You drew the sundial out from under your shirt, but the light had waned too much to judge the hour. You flinched as the chiming of the bell echoed from a distant source. A sensation of warmth spread across your back. Who's there? The daylight blossomed to life, exploding into many colors that filled the sky. You turned to face it, shielding your eyes until you realized that it didn't hurt to look into this brilliance. A glowing figure loomed before you. Do you still thank me for the dawn and the harvest, Waidwin? You dropped to your knees. You felt laid bare before the light of Eothas. Every word spoken in hate, every punch you threw first, every time you turned your back to the dawn, they were his to judge. I won't plead for mercy. Do what you came to do. Tilted your head back to present your neck, a motion you had seen repeated too many times in the town square. The luminescent figure flickered in a way that reminded you at once of a guttering candle and a chuckle. Do you think I'm here to admonish and cast you into the lake? No. I would draw you back to the warmth for a higher calling. He knew. Suddenly, you felt like that child again, vulnerable and alone before a looming, all-powerful presence. Fear not, for you are chosen above all others. You will be the light to bring about the rebirth of an empire. Empire? It was gibberish to you, but Eothas probably knew something you didn't. Of course he did. His words filled you with a warmth and a confidence that you had never felt before. Just because I'm accepting this doesn't mean I'm not angry with you. Eothas understood completely and never thought less of you for it. The sickle fell from your grip with a clatter as a hand reached out from across a great distance to touch your brow. Light stole over your vision. Much later, you awakened a changed man.
What did you see in there anyway?
Waidwin chose his fate for himself. He and Eothas shared a bond.
I suppose that's better than Eothas forcing it on him. I always wondered about that. A lot of folks did.
What's the other... Yeah, I think it's literally seeing hidden things across a gap of time. Now for the dawn. It's the dawn of time. We'll see if I'm able to get people their map done today. It's for some reason I am just exhausted. No, I don't want to trigger it. I want to disarm it with the guy that actually has trap disarm skills, you dumbass. Jesus. Well, looky there, it actually worked.
Damn it. Why can't I remember?
Sullivan's robe priestess circles around the same thoughts and pattern, reminiscent of pacing.
I memorized that illusion spell. How can it be gone? Another second and Waidwin will know the bomb is here. Damn it, girl. This is your chance. The whole point of the thing is that his soul finds him first.
As you intuit her meaning, you catch a flash of memory. Robed priests assembling a delicate mechanism. Spiked copper plates housing a fragile shard of Audra. The Audra houses a piece of Waidwin's soul. Oh, Durance was right. The bomb worked because of Waidwin's soul was inside. The mechanism was elegant in its simplicity. When a fragment of Waidwin reacted to his approach on the bridge above, it conducted soul energy into the copper and triggered the explosive. A bomb for Waidwin made of Waidwin. It was a delicate trigger by design. The work of removing such a critical part will involve no small risk. Give her the memory of Magranate incantations. I think this is what you're looking for. No longer does the book make contact with her than it ceases to exist. Absorbed into her memories, you feel the essence of the priestess swell with life and vigor.
Of course. Simple. How'd I forget a thing like that anyway?
As she begins the incantation, you comprehend where and how the bomb was hidden. Knowing this, it feels like 1,000 pairs of eyes observing your progress at once. The illusion fades under their scrutiny. The heat of Mogren's fire singes your face as you draw closer to the Godhammer bomb, which feels poised to go off at any instant. Under layers of copper plating, enchantments, and volatile materials, you sense a fragment of Waidwin's soul reaches out to you in blind confusion. A parchment-thin shard of Audra is positioned inside of a spiked copper trap. When a current of essence conducts through the Audra, the trap will snap shut and complete a circuit. It would take incredible care to extract the soul without setting off the bomb. Force the soul out, we don't have any other option. It's moving parts coming together and radiating oppressive heat that pushes you away until your world is bathed in flame. But it's frozen in time, so... Does it just kick us back to the end times? Dawn rose over the mountain pass where you camped your forces. The first rays warmed the tents and roused your armed congregation from slumber. Baldur Bridge was a speck on the horizon. Scouts say that dozen soldiers hold the crossing. What do they think they can accomplish? You spat in the wind and considered your options. No one said this would be easy, but you started to wonder if the world even wanted a saint. The Deerwood certainly didn't. They must have something to believe in, something that could turn the tides against us. You were only thinking aloud, but without warning, it became one of those rare moments when a familiar voice interceded in your thoughts. It's possible our adversaries do not lack for motivation. You flinched as the presence asserted itself. Aethys had been preoccupied lately, spending days in contemplative silence, distancing himself from you. What do you think, old friend? Could this be the end of our long march? You, Aethys, considered your answer with care. The inevitability of things always came easier to Rimmergrand, and this moment you envied him. All things are reaped in... Actually, all things are reaped in their course, Waidwin. Why try and stop us, though? Don't they want to see the light as we do? For some reason, it was always so hard telling Waidwin the truth. Maybe all the gods were out of practice. You already knew about the bomb, and you decided not to act on that knowledge. But Waidwin deserved an answer, even if it wasn't the entire truth. Changes agonizing mortals will fight avoid it. The night brings horrors, but it's necessary. Sometimes Kith need to learn on their own. We are naive to think that showing them the way is enough. I think we go for the Dawnstar one on that one. Waidwin looked out at the Baldur Bridge and wondered if he was ready to face the dusk. His thoughts were a placid lake. Then he spoke his mind again, this time taking you by surprise. Those defenders are looking past their faith to stand against a god. They're here to fight for everything they built and planted together. Waidwin was beginning to see the point. It was your sorrow to know that he wouldn't live long enough to fully appreciate it. Kith are supposed to face the dawn together, not depend on it. Our first duty is to each other. You wanted to tell Waidwin how proud you felt, but he no longer needed a father's approval to know when he was right. That saddened you even more than knowing that Waidwin had seen his last sunrise.
What did you see in there anyway?
Aethys wanted Waidwin, everyone, to believe in a world where Kith had control over their destiny, or Aethys knew about the God Hammer, but he and Waidwin crossed the bridge anyway.
What? Why would he do that? Did he think it wouldn't hurt him? Did he want it to end there? You know, the more I learn about this, the less sense it makes. It just brings up more questions. There don't seem to be any good answers.
I think that was the last of the souls. Yeah, because that will be 4. Boop. Yeah, I think the design of that portal there, not really that great. I think it should have been a situation of... Let's go to the dawn. It should have been a situation where it was a different color or possibly a different shape. Or they could have just done the bridge bricks leading a path down to there. Okay, let's go and get that where I can actually see it, because that's kind of important. Restore the last missing fragments. As all the essence you gathered on Evandare Bridge converges into Waidwin, his soul brightens with a flash, then his eyes snap open as a tide of revelation washes over him. Waidwin, awaken.
Thank you, friend. I'm struggling to understand it all, but my thoughts are clearer now. I think I accept why this needed to happen. But it is only human to feel conflicted.
I'm guessing the cycle is broken now?
Unless you feel like taking it for another go-around, I can wait. There is a lesson, a purpose to the God Hammer that I failed to grasp. Aethys wanted the people of the world to stand tall, without gods propping them up. The God Hammer didn't just tear Aethys from my body. It drove a wedge between gods and Kith across Eora. And isn't that just a version of what he always wanted?
I always thought he wanted to expose the work of the Ingwithians.
He did. But in the end, it was the difference of 2 rivers flowing into the same ocean. Taking on that burden of suffering wasn't in Aethys' original plan. But it served him well enough that he was content to keep his distance for a few quiet years. Now that I'm free, I can feel oblivion tugging at me harder than before. We won't have time to savor the victory, friend.
Would you lend your help?
He's out in the world stirring the pot again, isn't he? We shared a bond long ago, but those were different times. I would only hurt your cause by tagging along.
Any words of wisdom, Eater?
Well, this sure is something. I never thought I'd be the one to give advice to a saint. I can't know what you've been through, but I think Aethys needs a reminder of what he put people through the last time he walked Eora.
If it'll do some good, I wouldn't be much of a saint if I refused you.
Yeah, the folks back home sure aren't gonna believe this. You're gonna have to back up my story, Watcher.
Ba-da-da-dum. That's one of those. I don't know what the right decisions are. Death's depthless dominion. I'd rather have Waidwin with me, but we have multiple souls that we can do this stuff with. I don't know if we need to do like all of them. Oh, hi. Hi, Scourge. You're one I haven't seen before. That's a new one. It's got bard skills. Or at least it's using the symbol of one. And we've got a couple dicks up here as well. I think I want to kill these other ones first and just have the tank go after big guy there. When does this come out? After? I don't know who he's going to go after, so I'm just going to do a magic missile on him. Oh, he's not that bad. Got some burning clerics down here. They're also not that bad. You are probably going to have to tank him. And Marius is going to have to help. Question is Idwin strong enough to handle that stuff up there by herself? I don't think so, so I am going to send him up there after her. Yeah, especially since she's being double teamed. And Scourge wants him, which, oddly enough, I was fine with that. Okay, that's going to happen after everybody's turn. I think we want to go... Why can I... I hate that corpse is keeping me from casting it at the midpoint between those two. That is gonna bother me. Okay, so Marius, just keep on the cleric. Ooh, you guys are all bundling up right there. That's fine. Aloth, go ahead and do your spiky. I think is going to be the choice here. Eldrin, do an attack like that. It's going to happen before he gets minor avatar. So that's a good thing. Stabby stab. And get the hell out of Dodge. Eater do much the same, I think. Except against him. And then Priest, after he does this, can just get the hell out of the way. So that's a little bit of damage there. Did not kill the burning archer, unfortunately. None of these are immune to corrode. I think we go like that. And if they're angry at... Ooh. Getting all the walking in. He just really wants Eater. He's just taking all the damage to get to Eater. Marius. Fight this guy. What did you... Oh, you dealt it to... What's that 100 and something damage to? Oh, gunpowder barrel. He destroyed the gunpowder. Cute. Okay, Eldrin, you just stay on him. That is pathetic. What is affecting you that's causing that weird little... Oh, Terror Reality. I'm not sure what that's doing, but it sucks. Fatnir. That was a death on them. Cool. Come on. Kill it. Not too bad of damage. Got it down to about halfway. Fun gunpowder barrel fact. The largest pre-nuke explosion was in Napoleonic times. The French were storing their gunpowder in the cellar of a church. One flaming hot cannonball hit the shot straight down the stairs, through the door, and blew the church to hell. That sounds like a meeting God experience. Oh, lordy. How's it going, Locke? Sorry if it's a bit of a short stream today, but I still want to get this area done. I am going to go tentacles. Unfortunately, the Scourge gets to go before this. And yes, those do damage to the AoE nonsense. Botnir. Blast of Frost, yes. Oh, wait. Yeah, it's prone to cold. Cannoneer rolled the best nat 20. Just got back from shopping, been bored out of your skull since 7 a.m., so fine. That's decent enough. Sorry you've been bored out of your mind, but... at least you have a mind to be bored out of. Excuse me, that was a hell of a sneeze, and I think I feel another one coming on. Oh, sorry. Ooh. I think we stun him. That did not work. He does not get stunned. He's gonna whack the crap out of him. Oh, nope. Disengaged. Not even any damage. Sweet. Can you knock him prone? Doubtful. Oh, yeah, he can. When in doubt, knock him out. And now we just pick on this guy while those two are just up there picking on each other. Oh, he's doing Pull of Aora, I think. No, Oblivion's Grasp. I don't know what that is. But it sounds terrifying. That happens after, which sucks. That'll happen before. Can you not go? Nope, he apparently cannot figure out how to walk through a giant gap. Much less a baby gap. So Sorry, that was a clothing store joke. Is hopefully fairly apparel. Go with that. Go, you dumbass. Yeah, the pathfinding, I have to say, could have used a bit more work, especially on the turn-based one. Yes, I keep intentionally knocking him on his ass. Yeah, they're just like having a mix of pretty tanky little buggers. It's not a huge problem, it's just mildly irritating. Because it makes the battles take a lot longer. And even whenever it comes to... He just died by casting a spell. But... yeah, even in real time with pause, a lot of these fights take ages because everything's just spongy. That, and I generally do build around survivability, so I don't get wounds rather than around DPS or damage. Technically, I'd probably want more damage per attack rather than damage per hit. I mean, other way around. Damage per hit more than damage per attack. So I'd want really big single hit things. We only have a few of those. That is our first one done. That only took an hour and a half to do our first area here. Yay. Okay, our next one. Oh, nope.
You stride forth from the inferno unsinged, though an ember clings to your cloak.
I have a rain-paging god in need of a reminder of his past.
The beast of winter will not appreciate you removing spirits from his dominion. Pray he chooses not to take notice.
Him and Bareth can sort it out. Bayroth. We have the light thing here. Turning it towards the dawn. Which should allow us to get the treasure. I'm hoping. Drink the water. The water is otherwise unremarkable. Think we need to get all of them. Because there was another one around here somewhere, wasn't there? Another beam of light? Or maybe I'm mistaken? But no, we have to do each of these areas. The endless queries. But yeah, the goal today is to do this segment. Then I'm going to probably take a nap. And then I'm going to try and get a map done for tonight. Because I am doing Lancer, and I have not done the map. Speak to the shackled soul. Yeah, I haven't done tonight's map, so it might be Theater of Mind. Or Doodle Shit. Which I've done a few times.
This place looks a lot like the old Ingwithan ruins back home, but like they were just built.
Figure shackled before you shudders. The edges shaking and blurring, its entire form indistinct, as if seen through a waterfall. As you approach, her features resolve into those of a... fuck if I can pronounce that. Her brown hair falling limp and matted about her pale skin. Her eyes, though, are bright and blue. Yavara ix encios.
You've returned to me. Please, please release me. This place, the agony, so much worse than anything I suffered at your hands.
What happened? I left you imprisoned at Breath Amen.
My student, my nemesis, to see you again here. Have you come to proffer forgiveness, or to persecute me further?
Thought I returned you to the wheel.
This spirit manipulates our perceptions directly. Some ciphers possess similar skills.
See you, do I? Come to kill old Merwald? To claim his keep? Cad Nua, home to me for decades now.
That old place, you can hold on to it. We got a boat now.
Leave an old man be, beg I. Leave him to his doom, to the dawn star's rise.
I absorbed your soul, I know you're not him. The old man trembles, the visage splitting apart at the wrinkles, the sagging flesh falling away to reveal bruised skin underneath. The illusion melts into a black ichor, which flows through the air into an object hanging from the spirit's neck, a small blade broken near the hilt. Tear it from the spirit's neck. We got, ow, betrayal. Victor Rebel. The spirit gasps as the twine around his neck snaps. As you grip the handle, black ichor oozes from the old leather, rolling in beads down the joints of your fingers.
You see through it then? You must be special. Like they were. Are.
Who are you?
I'm uncertain. I've lost so much of myself here. She tore my name from me.
Who did this to you?
The interrogator. She's deep within, ensconced in her little court.
Do you recognize me?
No. I don't even recognize myself.
So tell me about your dagger.
The object bears the touch of Scan himself. His blessing bestowed on it for his queen's precious inquisitors.
This is made by the Inquisitors?
'Tis a tool for liars, hiding the true identity of the wearer. Used for infiltration, hidden, disguised, to destroy groups they found objectionable from within.
How do you know any of this?
I was there, I think. I remember the trials. Bits and pieces of what she did to me. Gone now, mostly. Carved away to the sound of so many questions.
I need to find this woman.
You won't. She wards herself too well. In her labyrinth of Audra and copper. Perhaps with my help. If you found the pieces of me, returned them, I could lead you to her.
How would I retrieve your memories?
If they remain, they're in the machines. Each encompasses an Audra pillar, and each pillar contains the countless souls scoured by the Inquisitor, I think. If you would seek my missing pieces, seek them there. But be warned, some may be more volatile than others. I want to help, so try to find bits of me that aren't too broken.
Sounds like an excuse to get me to help you.
The way, 'tis in what she's taken from me. Memories of Anguith. I can lead you, but not as I am.
Why don't I just go find her myself?
I don't believe it possible. This place is hers. Without someone who knows her, you're lost.
I'll try to find a way to help.
I appreciate. Go safely. May the gods not see you coming.
Okay. So we get to find her parts of souls as well, which is gonna be some combats. I don't know if we're actually even going to get done with this today. The Wandering Soul? A trap detected. Oh, it's more of those things. I still don't... Why do you have an injury? Oh, you have an injury because we did that the hard way. Well, yeah, and turn-based mode breaks a bunch of attacks. If you didn't notice, we basically just did a double strike, and it only used one of them because of that. Okay, so this will come out before them. I want to get both of them with that. That is going to be there, so we want to come in on the left. We're going to focus in on the top guy first. Because, you know, focusing enemies down so they get less turn efficiency is generally the best idea in pretty much any tactics game. Unless it's got pretty high, not necessarily difficulty checks, but checks for survival. Resistance checks is generally what I call them. You run into them a lot in action RPGs. Not as much in games like this. Okay, so that was a decent bit of damage. About a quarter for that, which is not really ideal, but it's good enough. These guys are just going to be tanky bastards. He just deals so much tick damage, it's ridiculous. I just realized I haven't enabled his chance. Because I didn't actually do any... Yeah, all he has prepared is Dull the Edge. So that's why he hasn't been doing anything with that. So Aloth. Well, next one. We got a bunch of people knocked down as well. That sucks. We're just going for, like, maximizing the damage here. Oh, that sucks. Let me actually see where I'm aiming. That would be nice. Is it because you're blind? You're not even blind. I don't know why... Can't actually aim your stuff. Children. I don't think stun's gonna work. Nope. Dazed is okay, but... I do want you to get out of that nonsense. And down he goes. Number 2. Time for that again. Get bitey, Marius. That should be good. Yeah, today, like I said, it's definitely going to be a short day. We should be able to get this part of the quest done at the very least. I thought this place was going to be shorter than it is, because I remember just rushing through it before. I think I was level... I don't remember whether I did this before or after finishing it. Because, for those of you that are wondering, the original playthrough that I did was 91 episodes long, so that was 3 months. And I think... I don't remember whenever the expansion released. Yeah, cast abilities to make yourself stronger while I slowly beat you to death. Bonk. Gosh darn it. Hoping he'd hit that. Nope. Jibs. Actually, we'll grab that. Just looking for bits of her soul. Just where are they hiding? There's where they are. Got 2 portals up here, so we might as well just try one. Is it just going to be like one piece of the soul through each portal or something? Or did we press the wrong one and are going to be facing against the boss right now? That would suck.
We gather in the sight of Wotica and Wal to thresh truth from falsehood and see justice upheld. The matter before this tribunal tonight: heresy.
I'm going to take on the role of witness. Your vantage among the hooded witnesses affords you a view of both the Inquisitors and the accused. You recognize the latter as a spirit shackled near the portal above.
You hereby stand accused of rejecting the orthodoxy delivered unto us by the universal divinities. In your malice, ignorance, and hubris, you would assault the very foundations of civilization. How do you answer these charges? I bear guilt for many things, but in my service to the divine, I have never wavered. Never once. No person present disputes the facts. Your words and actions are a matter of record, confessed by your allies and confirmed by innumerable eyes. It seems my guilt a foregone conclusion. Why then bother with this farce?
That's a fair question.
We would thank you to keep your tongue civil or stilled, lest it be removed.
Apologies, Inquisitor.
This body provides you with a final chance to ameliorate the sins you have heaped upon yourself. If you choose not to admit fault, not to display contrition, then you shall bear the full burden of your transgressions with you to the wheel. Then declare your sentence what example will be made of me? Your eyes shall be plucked from their sockets and turned upon you, that you may fully examine your deficiencies.
Ugh.
Then you shall be chained within a copper tub, and your skin opened at 27 points, that your spirit might better fly your corrupt flesh. Once purified, your soul shall be bound within an animate, that it may serve the gods forevermore.
Don't suppose I could get that animat after.
Silence!
Oh, the silent, squeaky voice. Okay.
The sentence has been pronounced, and so shall it be carried out. All praise be to the gods.
I think we have to do that in each of the portals. Not certain. Does this just take us back up? Yeah, it does. Don't think that was the right path. Eat yourself off the cliff there, friend. I think if I remember correctly, on my first playthrough, I was not able to disarm all these traps because I hadn't gone super heavy mechanical, so this got to be a royal nightmare. And that's one reason why I don't think I ended up covering it. I still enjoy this game. Don't let my fatigue tell you otherwise. I just find this kind of game super relaxing whenever it's turn-based, and I think we have another trial there. I think that is like the end trial. Oh. Well, that's not going to work. Okay, so we're going to come here. We're going to probably try to drop a normal attack on that guy, then use the missiles to kind of stack it on there afterwards. Well, it's not what I anticipated, but sure. And dip out. Aloth, can you get it out before he has a turn? I don't know if you can. Yes, you can. Yeah, why he aggroed from us, like aggroed on us from there, but not on the bridge above, I don't know. Go for... Yeah, you are going to do that eventually, but I want you to just zip towards him. There. There. Double slash. And then zip away to there. And you start running up this way as well. And I keep forgetting to change chance. I need to do that. What did he cast on himself? Nope, he died. That makes life easier. Oh, we got another combat start. And what are they? Strangled Arcanist, Strangled Cipher, and a Strangled Convict. Is there anything here that's not strangled? Immune to Corrode. If they end up moving. If they don't, it's fine. If they do, it's still fine, because we'll still hit 2 of them. We're gonna get done with 2 battles before they even get there. Ah, Lord. And I think they survive this. Go like that. There you go. 52 damage on both of them. If they get hit by this nonsense, they should die. Did you get the other one? Yes. Okay, so we've killed the top 2. But this bottom one... Yeah, he still has life after that. So Yidwin, do your job. Got Oathbreaker's End, which is a 2-handed axe, I believe. Life through death. Once per rest is not that great. 1 dozen stood. There's the weapon. Battle axe 2-handed. Okay. Nothing too terrible so far. So if we can go back up there. We can try the other portal. And no, we can't change the past. We can only change the spirit's understanding of its past, I believe. We got the Spirit of Conviction. We got a sun thing there, which we can manipulate.
We gather in the sight of Wotica and Wal to thresh truth from falsehood and see justice upheld. The matter before this tribunal tonight, apostasy.
Inquisitor. Before you, the elf you saw chained above stands bloodied and shackled, her gaze lowered to the stones. You're accused of abandoning the faith. How do you answer these charges?
I bear guilt for many things, but in my service to the divine, I have never wavered. Never once.
What say the witnesses?
Her many sins are a matter of record. That she denies them compounds her guilt.
I've only ever served the gods. What I've done for them, the sacrifices I've made.
Liar!
Monster!
The witnesses provide no evidence of consequence.
The Inquisitor has been turned!
Capture her! She shall pay for her sins!
Another mode of conviction. Hold it up to the light. To mend that which was once broken. The power of a sundial. Melee to reduce target's weapon penetration by 1 for 1 round. Not worth it. Looks bright and gold though, at least. And then we have the one down below as well. Yeah, I don't know if there's like right or wrong answers to these. I think there are. There's a few things in this game that pull that, where there are definite right and wrong answers, and it's not always the most apparent thing. Why can I not see? I can't see shit in this because it's not updating our vision cones. I don't even know what I'm fighting. Game, why are you so fucking buggy? Okay, so it is one of the big guys. I don't know what I'm supposed to do, but we're gonna just keep stabbing it. You know what? She can't even move. Lovely. Okay, so there's a guy up here. I can reveal stuff up there, but I can't reveal stuff down here. I guess we're fighting the stuff up here first. Yeah, I need them to come up here where I can actually see them. I don't know what's up with this. It's really bad. Something's casting Wall of Flame. If I could see it, I could stop it, but I can't. I guess we come up here and hopefully don't get completely murked by whatever the hell they have going on. Okay, so can you attack that? Yeah, I can just never see there again. So fucking weird. Yeah, we are invisible there. I don't know what that's about.
You must gather your party before.
There we go. Now we can see. So weird and irritating. Now we have third try.
We gather in the sight of Wotica and the matter before this tribunal tonight, identity.
I've got one of those. Am I in trouble too?
I worry this place grows less stable as a result of our actions. And it was not particularly stable to begin with.
Clan elders sometimes assign impossible ordeals meant to teach humility. These trials feel much the same.
At least we learn more with each tedious tribunal.
And we are going to be witness.
The gods craft each soul to a purpose. They grant it flesh and bone. The self, you bear guilt of the gravest heterodoxy. Your self stands at cross purposes to your soul. How do you answer these charges? I bear guilt for many things, but in my service to the divine, I have never wavered. Never once.
How can you possibly know the purpose of their soul?
In accepting the lie of the self, she abandoned that purpose. She elevated the role above the player.
You are mistaken.
Does the witness have testimony to present?
This woman's soul, not her mind, is divided against itself.
On what do you base this claim?
This place is formed of trauma. The trauma of an experienced torturer torturing herself.
If you continue to spout such ridiculous madness, you shall be escorted from these halls.
You're seeking the truth, aren't you? Then don't blind yourself to it. We got a mote of regret. I think we should have tried to go for regret on all of them, but to each their own. Okay, we already got that one. So the central one, I think, is the only one left, but I don't think we can go in there yet until we turn in those things to her. And also, I don't know if there's a way to just, like, permanently get these wrong, which is just I mean, it's both good design and bad design. It depends on how you approach it, because there's ways to set it up where you fail up. And that spot just never reveals. But there are ways to set up a game where you fail up and get more story just to have it progress. Whereas there's other ones where it's like, oh, you didn't answer what we wanted you to, so you don't get to progress on anything with it. It's just a hard stop. You generally want to have progress even on failure. Give the motive regret. You add the remorse-laden energy to the shackled soul's essence, and she gasps as if dunked in frigid water. Her eyes trickle blue as she strains momentarily against her bonds before drooping again.
Do I know you? Have we met?
You mean when you were alive?
Before this. Before here.
It's possible. My soul belonged to an Inquisitor in a past life.
I see it. The shackles about your soul. They're in you. The gods. And you, their puppet.
One killed me and another brought me back. It's kind of a long story.
Unsurprising. 'Twas always their way. Give and take, kill and save, an unbalanced scale atop the edge of a blade. A man. His torso caged in copper and Audra. It pulled him out of himself. Till he ate his own hand.
Provide the mode of conviction.
'Tis nonsense, isn't it? Just mad theater.
Worse, these trials were the height of hypocrisy.
Agreed. 'Tis strange. I recall so many trials. An endless parade of the accused. Was it a kind of punishment? Being forced to watch my fellows condemned? The scent of scrolls. Tens of dozens of them, each as inked as it would bear. Centuries of seeking distilled.
Freed, the spirit takes a halting step forward. Her gaze rises up to you. When she speaks, her voice sounds stronger, but also ragged and strained.
I am more myself than I have been in a very long time.
Do you remember who you were?
Almost. Like a word on the tip of the tongue. I have it, but I don't. I am certain, though, that I knew the Inquisitor well. I think perhaps that I loved her. And that she betrayed me.
You should prepare yourself. The Inquisitor may not be so different from you as you believe.
Perhaps not. But nothing could justify her actions.
I'm sorry, but I think you and the Inquisitor may be one and the same.
Ridiculous. We are nothing alike. I will lead you to her. She has much to answer for.
Which is going to be through that blue portal in the center. You are your own worst enemy. And yeah, you can attack him. I don't remember what that does to it. I suppose we could have looked, but I'm going for a semi-decent playthrough here.
The way is open. It pulls me towards it.
The only answers are the answers. Don't want to hear. The Inquisitor, flanked by reflections of herself, greets your entrance with a cold stare, and tropic spirit energy swirls about her.
Inquisitor! You abandoned your sacred charge. You made a sacrifice of order on the altar of orthodoxy.
You've come to end me, then? To consign these lands to chaos?
'Tis a certainty that I have lost. It fled me. I think each memory restored, providing it another egress.
The two of you can still reconcile. You're more alike than not.
How? It seems impossible.
In that, at least, we are in accord.
You could try kissing. Remember, you're not only the worst things you've done, but the best as well.
And all that in between.
Were that it's so easily accomplished. What say you, Inquisitor? Is there aught to be salvaged between these two sad souls?
Noxiva grimaces, her lips twitching at the corner as she focus shifts from you to the apparition at your side and back again. Resisting her, you only resist yourself. Wizard's mask tilts towards the roof of the chamber as if she's looking to the gods for answers.
I've certainly been responsible for worse decisions.
As Inquisitor fades, the other entities in the hall screech as if in pain. They advance upon you. Yay! We get warfare! Okay, so Yidwin. I think you grab this guy. I think they are going to be trying to take down the accused, which is not something I want them doing, but I can at least protect her a little bit. Eldrin, you want to go this way, because we want to kind of sandwich him. Unfortunately, Eldrin and Marius are slow and short range, so generally speaking, it's going to be Eater and Yidwin taking up the front line. They should be able to survive a full round of hits from these guys unless they get like crits or something. Let's see, what else do we want as far as attacks go? We want you on the right-hand side. The pillar just blocks everything there. Oh, ballsack. Get you. Question is, can we do this without the accused getting killed? I think we can. I think he's trying to buff himself just a little bit, but I don't know what Iron Wheel does. He activated it. What the hell it is. Yeah, there's no way to look it up either, is the real pain in the ass about it. You're going to go like that. That should get the Warden of Destruction. I don't think it's going to get outside of that circle. I don't want to be hitting Yidwin with it because Yidwin will go down from it. She is not sturdy enough to handle that face first. And a boop. Okay, so that Inquisitor should be able to go down. I don't think this is going to be too bad of a fight. stab. Okay, so now we turn to this nonsense. I do think the decay will survive this. I don't know if I don't think the cipher will. Yeah, the decay almost didn't. I remember this being an awful fight, though. It's like, I remember bits and pieces. These fights and stuff and the terrains are definitely something I've done before. But I keep forgetting little bits and pieces here and there, and it's just kind of puzzling. Okay. Oh, you can't actually cast anything, so just attack. It's very weird how much I remember after 7 years and how much I just absolutely don't remember. And why most of the stuff I don't remember is just the most important stuff. Go beat him up. Okie dokie. Let's see what the resolution is to this one. The woman before you holds herself with combined confidence and humility, her countenance only slightly less inscrutable than an Inquisitor's mask. Then she smiles. It's a small expression, hardly present, but recognizable all the same.
I appreciate your efforts here. I do not fully understand them, but I can appreciate them.
Are you complete then?
I think not. I feel hollow, flat somehow. Perhaps I am now all that remains of me. But 'tis enough.
The things I saw during the trial, were they real?
To you and me? To us? Yes. Were they reflective of historical fact? Of that I am unsure.
You're holding on to a dead dream. Engwith is long gone.
Were that it not so? I believe we represented this world's best chance for lasting peace. For enlightenment.
Your world was a vindictive one, haunted by paranoia and suspicion. You could never have brought peace to Aora.
Actually, no, we're gonna see. I need your help.
I certainly owe you a boon. How might I balance the scales?
Come with me. I'll help you find your way back to the wheel.
You offer so much of yourself. You've no idea my gratitude. Let us go then.
Now, the question is me taking all these souls going to get me killed on the exit? I don't know. I think that's everything in here. Unfortunately, I am fading fast, so I don't think we're going to be finishing this one today. We got through 2 of the stages. We've got, I believe, 2 more. Does she have dialogue for us by letting that one go with us as well?
You return from your interrogation, and with another soul added to your collection.
Place tortured her, or she tortured herself. Either way, its time has ended.
You risk her. Likewise, you risk yourself. Without her assistance, you may never escape the depths. Yet, your choice is made. There's no unchurning the butter.
Oh, I like that saying. There's no unchurning the butter. That one's getting locked away. Then we have this one down here. There has got to be a way to get that chest and this chest. Okay. The hell, you say? So I just have to click on them and they're just given to me? Okie dokie. That's an oddball thing. Nervous Amala woman lingers beside a pedestal shaped like a conch. She startles at your approach and quickly touches some half-hidden object in the pedestal. I don't think we were supposed to be able to click on those and take them. The flow of the water surrounding the pedestal abruptly changes directions, flooding the path behind it. Satisfied the object has done its job, the woman starts towards you with long, determined strides. Small bits of her already incorporeal form seem to flicker in and out of existence as she's slowly coming apart. The closer she nears, the faster her body dissolves. An arm's length from you, she opens her mouth to shout, but only a halting bobble escapes.
You not enter, I keeper, relic, block, waters, Andras, guidance.
Spirit lunges forward, and arm reins to attack, but the movement seems to be too much for her fragile form, and she dissolves into a cloud of loose essence. Sorry, but you are a shambling soul, and you will no longer be whole. We kill you before you even get a turn. At least I think we do. Yeah, we do. Ooh, what did we just get? That is Kaioha, a quest item. Grants Lost in Time. Makes a foe invisible, untargetable, stunned for 1 round. Okay, so basically locks something in place. That should be interesting. I am going to save, because I need my energy for tonight, sadly. And I will call it a stream there. I might do a long stream tomorrow. We are going to be doing more of this tomorrow. Gablin's had some issues with his computer, so he's not going to be able to stream with us for a little while, but he will be back. But we'll be doing more pillars tomorrow. So either way, we're making some progress, and I'll hopefully have gotten more rest tomorrow. So keep gaming, have fun, peace out. This has been Alzorath. Bye.